Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Special thank you to our sponsors, the Gillette Home team of Keller Williams and Laura Gillette. For all your real estate needs, go to teamgillette.com. And H&R Block of Albany, Corvallis, Lebanon, and Kaiser. For more information on your tax preparation needs, call 541-928-6432. Whoop, 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 whoop. We made it.
Right. Hey, sometimes I like breakfast for dinner. I don't know about you, but sometimes just pancakes or scrambled eggs or an omelet or something like that sounds good. And you know what I say? Well, it's 7 a.m. somewhere.
That is so awesome.
7 a.m. for the experience.
It's definitely 7 a.m. somewhere because we know that it's 7 a.m. here where we are. And, I am just so blessed every week here on The Experience Live with Russ and Scott to be here with my good friend, D. Scott Smith, a good friend long before we started doing The Experience. And just thankful that every week we get to be together, Scott.
We met through the chamber and, kind of business, but just became personal because you can't help but be friends with Russ because he's a lifetime connector. Once you connect to him, you can't get rid of him. It's kind of like some sort of thing with Chevy Chase or something. I don't know. It's just go from one hand to the other, which is wonderful. I am so grateful that we were able to do this and that 74 episodes have passed before we got to this one, which was like unbelievably fast. I don't know what happened, but we hit
75.
This is number 75.
75. Come on, let's hear it. Well, first of all, you're exactly right. You can't get rid of me. So I'm kind of like a bad dream that never goes away. No, I'm just kidding.
A good dream that repeats.
I am a lifetime connector. You know that I always tell people that, you know what, I'm a lifetime connector. Now you're stuck with me as your friend. And I love connecting and making friends. And that's why I really love this whole live stream experience. I was actually talking to my beautiful wife just a while ago, and she was telling me that her mother was asking, so what exactly is Russ's title and what exactly does he do? Because I know he does a lot of interviews and he's talking to people all over the world all the time. And I'm just like, I just have fun. I love what I do. I may be a marketing coach because I'm your marketing coach, and that's what my umbrella is. But this part in live streaming is really such a joy to me, such a joy.
Yeah, and that's what the experience has become. It's become an opportunity for people just to get together.
Yeah,
I think of it as almost like it's the coffee shop that people can come to on a Wednesday morning. They get to, there's my friend. There's Inger. There's David. There's Emily. There's so many people that come and join us and comment, and they're just having fun talking to each other. but we have the most remarkable guests. And I
Oh
know
my
we've
goodness.
got in this show, this is a special show. So tell people about this show, because this experience is different than the 74 of the past.
That is, it's interesting because this show you get, besides you'll get a couple clips, but you mostly get just Scott and I as we celebrate and talk about our passion and our love for people
Mhm.
and how we've been able to celebrate the experience of life. I was raised by two amazing parents who taught me early on to celebrate every moment, to enjoy the moments of your life. And as we go through this experience of live streaming and connecting with people all over the world, we have the opportunity with these amazing, incredible guests that we have
Mhm.
to not only celebrate life how we feel it, but celebrate with others and hear and learn from other people about the amazing things they're doing. Because, Scott, we've had some pretty incredible people on the show. Just in the intro alone,
Mhm.
you saw a ton of people that we've had on. And it's just, I look back at some of those clips and I think, you know what? I love those moments with all those people, being able to just share with them, and we just laugh and have so much fun.
We have 2 guests per show, and so we've had 74 shows, so that's what, 148 people, so only like
I'm glad you're doing the math.
7 billion something before we're done, because yeah, there's just there's so many remarkable people. Just to let people know, we here we are, at episode 75, but we are booked out uh, up into October of 2022.
Right.
I
And
think
and honestly,
openings
that's
in November.
that's without really trying. And because I can't do math,
Well,
I can do what I can count on my fingers. I
what we do
just
try is to hold it, limit it.
Yeah, I tell you, we are, let's face it, we are very particular and choosy about who we have on the show. But obviously, there's so many amazing people out there. It is not hard to get amazing people on the show. And you and I were talking about it, Scott. I have to pump the brakes every now and then.
Hmm.
I have to pump the brakes and quit scheduling because I'm too far out. And sometimes that can be harder than worrying about what's next week, because I don't know that I've ever had to do that. People ask me, Russ, how do you get your guests? I go, really? Is it really that hard? I don't know, Scott. For some reason, people are willing to come on our show, and
But for
here we
those
go.
people
Yeah,
who are wondering about live shows, recorded shows, podcasts, video casts, we have a mastermind that we've been running because we have learned some things. We didn't come to this by ourselves. We had help, assistance. We've had a lot of encouragement and support, technical education, technical support
that's right.
from
We've
a
learned a
lot of
lot.
people. And that's why we decided to put this together in a mastermind so that people can also come along beside us. We can go with them. We can help them. And I tell you, the discussions that we have in the mastermind are
Amazing.
phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, I like what you said there too. We go with each other. We go together. We're not there. Yes, Scott and I have developed a lot of knowledge and expertise over the time we've been doing this. We've learned a lot. We've learned by fire, a lot of it. And we've been blessed by others who helped us as well. But we've
Mhm.
learned a lot. But, we go through this journey and the mastermind. The experience live with Russ and Scott is 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time every Wednesday. And the mastermind is after that at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time every Wednesday. And we are able to come together with people that are masters at live streaming and people
Mhm.
that are just trying to figure it out. And we're able to share thoughts, ideas, ask questions,
Mhm.
really dive into the ins and outs of live streaming. It's a blessing.
And mastermind, for those people that are unfamiliar with the concept, it really is best described as peer mentoring. So sometimes you might join a class where you're working with somebody who is a deep expert in a certain area, and they're going to transfer knowledge to you. Now, in this case, Russ and I are leading this or facilitating it. We're not the experts in everything. We haven't done everything. But
That's
when
right.
we come together and we network those supercomputers between our ears, it is amazing what we're able to accomplish and synthesize.
Yeah.
It's not just, oh, let me pull out these 5 steps. It's let's work through these things. And when we have those discussions, we come up with novel ideas, new things to try.
Novel ideas. Yes, we do. And a lot of our novel ideas have come through just by trial and error. Honestly, we've tried things. We were not afraid to move forward. And really, you know what? We were not afraid just to have some fun and we're not afraid to fail. And when we do, we just sure have fun anyway. And we just say,
I
and then
was
we
just
move
thinking of
on
that.
because as long as Kermit's there cheering us on, we're all good. So,
I was just thinking of that, Kermit, because there was a time when we had a guest host because you were off with your family, I believe, and so we had a guest host that day. Well, everybody knows how much enthusiasm Russ brings to the experience and to your other shows, to Marketing with Russ, aka Russ Selfie, and Russ Reels.
That's
And
right.
the other special shows that you bring, but you bring so much energy and enthusiasm because we had a guest host. I found that little clip of Kermit, put it in there, and I intended it just as a one-time little deal to help bring some energy, bring some Russ energy back. Well,
And I love it. And I didn't
Kurt,
let it go. I love that. Well, and it's amazing because Raquel Boris, who was filling in for me that week, is an amazing energy filled person.
mhm,
And, Scott, I want to tell you, you and I have been blessed, not only with meeting all these people online and developing incredible friendships, but in the last month, you and I have been blessed with meeting some of these people in person. We
yep,
got to go up to
mhm,
Portland and meet Emily Harmon, a good friend of
mhm,
ours that we've known for a long time over the last couple of years. And so we were able to meet her in person. Then Cami Hoyza was just in town. And coming up this week, we have, hang on, who is it? Who's coming
David,
Friday? What?
David,
David Alto. That's right. Thank you.
David
My
Alto,
brain.
yeah,
It's
David
okay.
Alto, and so when we get those opportunities to travel around, if anyone comes to the Northwest, let us know.
Yes.
Because we would love to get with you, and we'll try to let you guys know when we're out and about because Russ is occasionally in Southern California because his son is down there,
Yep.
and there's other reasons to be out. I'll be in September. We'll be in outside of Las Vegas for a family reunion. Probably get over to Sedona. I'm hoping to run down to Phoenix and to see Russ Johns and some other folks. So when you're out and about, try to find each other.
Well,
It's so amazing.
definitely. And if you want to fly Scott and I just to see you, that's fine. We'll take it. Just send us the tickets. We're on our way to you. But
You
no,
can even
and
keep the air miles. We'll be happy with that.
well, it's interesting, Scott, because you and I have both been talking about it. We both had opportunities to speak more. And so
Mhm,
as the pandemic has wound down, even though we're still having some effects from it, we're able to get out and speak in person and do those kind of things. We really relish any opportunity we get. So we will just
mhm,
throw it out there. Anybody that's interested that has developed relationship with us that wants us to speak, we make a great tandem too. So we would love to we want to consistently meet people and develop friendships and be able to bless you because really that's what we're all about. We are all
mhm,
about just bringing people together. I always tell people my purpose or why in life is to inspire and encourage you to live a purpose driven life of significance. So, what does that mean? I want you to be a world changer and a difference maker. I want you to do the amazing things God has created you to do. And Scott and I have such a similar mindset. We just want to reach out and just give you a big hug and be a warm blessing to people. And
mhm.
so I think, Scott, we have a couple of quick clips that I'm going to play. Didn't put a
Let's
whole
do
lot
it.
together, but we have a couple things that just kind of talk a little bit about friendship, about
Mm,
connection.
mhm.
And I'm just going to play just a couple minutes here
Yeah,
and
let's
let
take a
you
look.
watch this. All right.
Let's take a look.
Okay. Well, you
Oh, I
are
love it.
definitely the ninja for sure of
Mhm.
making things happen. And, we have become, I mean, I consider you a good friend. And so, I mean, you're awesome. And I appreciate you so much. Not just the support, but just, somebody to be able to bounce things off of, somebody to be able to talk about all the things that are going on, pray for each other, whatever's
Yeah.
going on. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
And
And, oh, go ahead,
here's
Scott.
something I really love. And this is what makes my heart full is watching these comments on the side
Mm,
and people connecting with each other and
yeah.
sharing the friendship. Uh, it's just unbelievable that we can do this. We're around the world, and here they are in the chat column,
Yes.
connecting with each other, saying hello, uh, handshakes and virtual hugs. It's just
Yes.
wonderful.
Just kindness and compassion and just that unconditional feeling. It doesn't cost much at all.
Mm,
Well, and for some reason that cut off early, but Nupi was so right. Kindness and
hmm
compassion, just like our good friend Russ John says, who you alluded to going down to see, love
hmm
Russ, and he says kindness is cool, smiles are free. It
hmm
doesn't take money to be kind and smile at other people. And the fact that I love what you were talking about in that first clip, and that is how we're able to connect with others, even in the comments of these shows,
hmm
even in the comments of the shows. And even though we didn't get, I'm not sure why that whole thing is not playing, but oh well, you just go on with it.
Absolutely.
Noopy just went on to laugh, first of all, because you've got to hear Noopy's laugh, but
hmm
she just went on to say, this whole thing about connection and community building, it's an amazing thing. And so that is, I think, at the core of the experience, right, Scott?
Absolutely. Communities are built around a common hardship or shared hardship or a common interest. And we see that common interest here on the experience that people that have been guests come back. They refer their friends. They say, you need to watch this show because there are remarkable guests on there. And then I see them talking to each other as if we're this little coffee shop where people have come together and they get to see their friends. And that that to me is wonderful. And there have been business partnerships that have formed out of this,
That's right.
and
Yeah.
as well as friendships. So
Well,
everything's good.
because I think business forms out of friendships. It's
Yeah.
my super complicated, my simple brain, my super
hmm
complicated philosophy of marketing is friends help friends.
Yeah.
Friends help friends in business. If you want to market your business, if you want to build and get people who know, like, and trust you and are going to refer your business, make friends. Really, I mean, connect and make true friends. Scott, you and I have so many that are true, heartfelt, wonderful, amazing friends, right? I mean, it's you had proven this in your first speech you did in Dublin, Ireland about, and I don't want to steal your thunder, but basically we can develop as good of friendships virtually here as we
hmm
do if we're in the same room, because we're in the same virtual room. We can look at each other, we can talk to each other, we can feel emotion, we
hmm
can feel everything that's going on. And I just think that's amazing. And that is one of the things that I love the most. I look forward every morning waking up, especially Scott, when I get to be with you and other amazing
hmm
friends online.
I love Wednesdays. We start Wednesdays early, 6:30 here on the Pacific Coast
That's right.
with Shri, and we get to
The-
do the Instagram live, and she's responsible for us doing that, and
yeah,
got us onto it, and it has been a great time because it's the experience backstage,
backstage.
and so you
That's
get to
right.
see, we're setting things up, we're getting coffee ready, we're just having some general discussions.
Yeah.
And Shri is a great coach and brings people into that whole video world as well. And
Oh yeah.
so and this is one of those things where it is a perfect example of our philosophy, of your philosophy, of my philosophy, of what we share here in the experience. Because you could say, oh, look, she's a competitor to you. She's
Right.
trying to teach people to do video, and you've got a paid mastermind that you're inviting people into. Why would you promote her stuff? Because she's not a competitor. We
No.
believe that this is a world of abundance and that there's winners and winners.
I like that. Winners and winners.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, and Scott, I have really truly enjoyed the experience backstage, because even though it's a short show, Shri has really been a blessing, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of just sharing a quick little snippet of life where we're getting ready for another show. Our good friend Noopy, Dr. Noopy Aurora, is our sponsor right now of that show, and it's just so much fun. And I think that it gives everybody, it's on Instagram, it's a little bit different audience, which is kind of fun, and bringing in some other people. So, no, I really enjoyed that. So, I mean, like the whole morning for us on Wednesdays is the experience morning, really. And we just throw about 500 other things in between.
Well, it's funny because I know everyone should know by now that you're an early guy. You're up. When we start at 7 a.m., you've been into your day for 3 hours.
I'm halfway through the day.
The day is burning. Daylight is burning. Get going here. And then as soon as we finish the experience, you usually run off to a face-to-face networking event with the chamber, and then you come back for the experience mastermind, which again, that's a paid group, and we run that on Zoom. And people ask, do we record those? No, we don't record those for a number of reasons. One of them is that it's confidential. The information that we're sharing within that mastermind is for the people of the mastermind.
Right.
And the benefit is to be there live, to ask your questions, to share your advice, tips, frustrations, and successes. And you can't do that on a recording.
No. Well, and I think that I think it's important to state that we are trying to bring people together in that mastermind to really bless, support, and go with each other. It's not just a free for all. It's very intentional. And that's the thing too. We've had, if people are interested in talking to us and being part of that, we would love to have you as part of that. Speak to us, but it's a small group, and it's intentionally a small group.
And some people, there's courses out there, right? A live stream. And what are you going to find? It says, get a Logitech camera, get a Shure microphone, use this software tool. Yeah, that's great. And that's maybe the first 15 minutes. Now you're done. But what it really comes down to is, we're talking about how to interview. What kind of techniques do you do? How do you do a solo show? What kind of promotion do you do? How do you monetize your group, your show?
That's right.
How do you not monetize it? How do you break it up into little segments? Where do you? Okay, so there's
repurposing video, all kinds of things. Yeah. Well, and Scott, you and I have had such a blessing and learned things just on the air live with people, or come up with great ideas on the air live. And if people think that's amazing, be part of the mastermind, because that takes it to a whole new level. One thing, I think one of my favorite things that I loved was when around Thanksgiving, we had Dr. Cindy Milligan, who came up with the idea of the hashtag 1000 thanks. I think you came up with the name, but she came up with the concept, and we kind of developed this right there. There's a picture of it. And you know what? It just blew up on social media.
Yeah.
It blew up on social media. And what was so cool about that, it was just an idea that was hatched online while we were interviewing them and talking on a short time. And so let me tell all of you that are watching today, if you want to have that ability to learn, grow, and come up with great ideas and then implement those things, be part of our mastermind, because that gives you time that's all intentionally devoted to build and grow and come together and support each other. And but I tell you, I hope that everybody keeps on doing the hashtag 1000 thanks. I use this at the end of almost every live stream that I do, because the whole idea, people say, well, what's that? It's just a hashtag. It is a reminder to be thankful. It's a reminder to be thankful. Just like hashtag kindness is cool, smiles are free, Russ John uses. It's just to remind you to be kind and to smile.
And if people go back and they look at some of the prior episodes of the experience, you're going to find there's a theme. The people that we have on as guests, and Russ, as you mentioned, we're selective.
Oh yeah.
The people that come onto the show are full of gratitude. It is. I'll say if there's a theme that runs through the show, it's one of gratitude.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think that, well, because we are drawing people that are of like mindset. We're drawing people that love life, that are positive, that are thankful, grateful for what they have, that want to make a difference, that are filled with purpose. All the things that I'm about, that love community. You know, this community just comes beside people. And I've learned that here in the last couple of weeks, people coming beside me, and people draw together and support each other. And it's a beautiful thing. And I'm so thankful for that. Whatever we're going through in life, good and bad, community is so awesome.
You know, Russ, earlier I'm going to be the responsible host and say, we're going to have to wind this down, and we're going to have to let each other get our final words in and how people can do business with us. One of the things that you mentioned is that both of us are open and welcoming and actually eager for public speaking opportunities.
That's right.
Big, small, virtual, in person, whatever works for you. One of the questions we would ask is, do you have a budget? And it could be just the travel expenses. It could be an honorarium. But Russ, what are some of the topics that you talk about so people know what they might get when they're saying, yeah, I'd love to have Russ. He's so enthusiastic, so inspirational. What kind of topics would you talk about?
Well, I just want to tell you, first of all, thanks for being the responsible host. I appreciate that. And, you know, I am all about purpose, positive mindset, connection, and community building. I think you need to live your life on purpose and for a purpose. I think that you need to reach out, connect with others, and build community. I think that community and connection is the foundation of life, any good business, and definitely any marketing plan that you have out there. And as your marketing coach, I can tell you that when you take a step back, slow down, think about your purpose, think about what's going on, keeping a positive mindset and a good perspective on life, and then moving forward and connecting and building community, amazing things are going to happen. And I know, Scott, you and I have had amazing things happen to us over this past season and the two previous seasons just on this show. We have made some incredible connections. Some of the connections that I have made have definitely led to business, and others have just led to incredible friendships. So if you need Mr. Positive, and as my wife would call me, a Pollyanna, you need somebody to lift your spirits and be happy, that is me. And while doing that, I can give you some real meat as far as foundation of community building and connection. That's really what I'm all about. Scott, how about you?
Yeah, you know, networking, right? That's one of the passions that I have. And so I have a couple of books on that. Motivational Listener, Be Interesting by Being Interested, a practical guide to be successful at business networking events. So that's very specific. And then also Relationships, Grow Your Business, which is a structure on how you build your network. And what do you actually do when you go to those events? Who are you looking for? How do you connect with people? So those two books together, so I can break up talks around business networking. And then also the book Influence, Creation of Credibility. And that is how experts experts have published material. They have books. And so if you're a coach or consultant, or you would like your organization to learn how to publish a book, online course, and webinar in 12 weeks or less, then I'd be happy to talk about that. And as you know, both Russ and I can come just to pump you up.
Woo! Yes. Come on. Well, listen, I can tell you that you can easily get a hold of either Scott or I. I'm at russhedge.com. He's at dscottsmith.com. As you see, scrolling across the bottom of your screen, want to remind you all that we're here at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time every Wednesday on the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. Without fail, you will find us here. You can go to our YouTube page, and I want to tell you, please subscribe on YouTube. And the way you do that is to go to the experience.video. That will take you right there to our YouTube page. And we can, you'll see all the past episodes like Scott told you about, and you'll get notifications on upcoming. You can weekly see us on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And I think LinkedIn is sometimes our platform of choice because we like hanging out there. But yeah, I just want to encourage everybody to join us. And then don't forget, as Scott said, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We're on the Experience Backstage on Instagram Live, having fun.
Absolutely. Well, Russ, 75 episodes. I love just hanging out with you. And that in itself is an honor and a privilege. And we get to have great guests. So 75, this is it. Number 75 in the can, as they say.
And we wish ourselves happy 75th.
Woo.
And to all of you that are out there, I'm telling you, we appreciate you so much. Glad that you were here today live, interacting in the comments. And those of you that are watching on replay, we love you too. Please comment. Please let us know, hashtag Team Replay, that you were here. You can still share this out. Share this video. Let everybody know that we have amazing people. It's not always just Scott and I yakking away. We have amazing people on the show. So
yeah, this was a different show.
That's right. It's different, and we still have to say. And until we see you again, have a great day, a great life, and
enjoy the experience.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.